Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Listen, I made my mind up, okay? I made my mind up, and the verdict is in. And I'm not going to give up on Real Housewives of Atlanta. These are my girls. Some of them get on my nerves. Some of them, I don't too much care for, whether it's, you know, girls who not on the show. Um, or even if they're currently on the show. Marlo gets on my nerves, Drew gets on my nerves. Sonya is a flip flopper. Candy needs to be in every scene as much as they say she can pay. Okay, and Kenya can't do this by herself. These are my girls. These are my girls, and I'm gonna stick beside them, and I'm not gonna give up. I just can't give up now. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I can't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Yes, girl, that nobody told us. Listen, nobody told us the road was gonna be easy. And I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Okay? So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to stick it out. They're going to have to yank Real Housewives of Atlanta off the TV. Okay? These my girls. These my girls. These my girls. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to complain, but I'm not going to give up. I'm not giving up. I don't think y'all should either. Um, I think we have to keep. This is what I think. I think that this is an ensemble cast, okay? And all of these women are on these shows. When I say I'm talking about the different franchises, because they're supposed to work together. And sometimes, just like at our jobs, regular jobs, not regular jobs, but at your job, sometimes there are people on the team that may not be best to be on the team. That doesn't mean the team sucks. There may need to be a little, some rearranging, right? That doesn't mean everybody on the team sucks, right? And I think that we're just in one of these positions where, you know, everybody on the team is not equipped to do certain jobs, right? Everybody is not meant to be a leader, aka Marlo. Marlo should have stayed a friend of the show. You know, um, I'm gonna leave it at that. This is what I want. This reminded me of when they were remember Bolo Gate, and they got mad at Kenya because Kenya went up to her room. It kind of reminded me. I was like, "This is deja vu." Um, but I just feel as though when they do that, it appears to me as if they can't do anything without Kenya. That would have been the perfect moment for Marlo, for Sanya, for Sheree, who's, an OG, to step up and say, Kenya's not feeling well. Kenya's in her room. Girl, let's go down to the bar and take some shots and turn up. You know what I'm saying? Marlo said, I'm going to have a steak. Let's go to dinner. But it just goes to show that they feel that the show can't go on unless Kenya is involved. You need to show them that we don't need Kenya in a scene. Not that we need Kenya in a scene, because that's exactly what happens when y'all go beating on her door and feeling as though y'all need her downstairs. No, you don't. Girl, it was you. It was Drew, not Drew. It was Manetta. It was Sheree. It was Marlo, Courtney, Sanya. That's 5 women. Marlo slams the door on Moneta. Marlo do a lot. Marlo does a lot. Moneta says, "Do you want to go back to jail?" Oh, child. Did y'all hear what Marlo say? She's not an example. Um, I guess someone said something about her being a better example, and she says that she's not. I'm not. I'm not an example. She's older than me. Let me say something, okay? Marlo is 47, 48. Kenya is 52, 53. I'm my age. Okay. Um, all I'm saying is, if you saw me, Marlo, and Kenya out, it wouldn't look like, girl, this weird, like, it wouldn't look like a 50 and a 40-year old hanging out with like a young 20-year-old. We will all look around like, okay, girl, they probably run the same circles. We're all similar in age, right? So all I'm trying to say is, even with Marlo being younger than Kenya, that doesn't mean that you can't be an example and you don't know better. It's stuff like that when Marlo says stuff like that, it makes me believe that she's still stuck. Like, Marlo, you're pushing 50. Even if Kenya is, a few years older than you, you should still know better, and you can still lead by example. Like, Marlo is crazy. Girl, we all old enough. Girl, we all old enough, girl. Okay? We all old enough to know better. We're all old enough to lead by example. We're not in our 20s, girl. We're not teenagers, right? Um, Anyways, I think Kenya called Moneta or Moneta called Kenya. I can't remember. They were on the phone and like, I was cracking up. Yeah, I was cracking up when Kenya was like, no, Mayetta said, this girl is crazy. And then Kenya was like, I already told you that, which is why I rolled my eyes at you. Yeah, you know what? Listen, have you ever been in one of those situations where you have a friend, but you don't like the person who they friends with or the person who they're being friendly to, but you really don't want to be on no middle school stuff, so you just be like, ugh, girl, why is she even talking to her? Like, ugh. And then y'all get back in the car, and then you be like, girl, and then your friend be like, girl, why was you doing all of that? That's what it remind me of. Like, Kenya, no. Like, Kenya don't like Marlo. But Mayetta is just, like, I don't have no issue with Marlo, girl. Y'all stuff is kind of like petty in a way, So I'm just going to be nice to the girl. And then Kenya's like, ugh, girl, stop being nice to her. But she really can't say it because, like, we're old, right? And it's going to sound very, middle school to be, like, telling somebody who they can and cannot be friends with. Anyways, she said that girl is a snake and you fall for it every time. Um, Kenya basically says she wants everybody to leave. That if they're not a part of her core friend group, that you know what y'all talk, girl. We talk about Sonya being a flip flopper. Sheree is a flip flopper. Oh, I thought Sheree looked absolutely gorgeous when she went to Kenya's house and she had it was like a curly crinkle. I don't know, the curly hair with the little Adidas top on and the heels. I thought Sheree looked out. It was blonde. I thought she looked gorgeous. I said, oh, okay, Miss Sheree. Um, Anyways, so she basically told the girls that if they're not a part of her core friend group, that she wants them to leave. Girl, that's pretty much everybody. Because the only ones you really low key cool with is Candy, and I think you trying to make a friendship with Drew or with Manetta. So, girl, when Sonya grabbed the phone, and Sonya was trying to see what was going on, because at this point, also, they don't really know why they're in Birmingham. They just know they're in Birmingham, and Kenya really hasn't gave them an itinerary of, or told them basically, I'm going to be performing during the halftime show. So Sonya grabs the phone, and here was Sonya. Baby, Sonya pulled one of our moves, girl. When Kenya told her, girl, she could leave, Sonya said, babe, what my car keys? Girl, you ain't got to tell me but once. Okay, girl, I gotta go. Girl, I can go back home. I can go back home. Baby, Sonya got her stuff, girl, and punched it back to her loud. I said, I know that's right. That's something I would have did, girl. You ain't got to tell me, girl. You ain't even got. Don't even finish your sentence, girl. Girl, stop, because I didn't want to be down here anyways. Okay. Um. Sonya was right. Sonya was right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all know Kenya is my girl, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Last year, Kenya had a fit about Sonya really not being the best host and not checking on them. And now here we go with Kenya being a host and pretty much low-key kind of doing what she felt like Sonya didn't do last year. Sonya said it. Sonya was right. Marlo says she texts Kenya. She says that Kenya is a Kanye West. I said, Marlo, if you don't go look in the mirror, Marlo, if anybody is the Kanye West of the group, it's definitely you, LaToya Hutchinson. What's LaToya Hutchinson? LaTanya Hutchinson? It's you. In the flesh. She texts Kenya, you are a rude, selfish MF. Seek help. You rude. BITCH. XOXO Marlo. Girl. And she said she was going to post it on Instagram and tag her. Girl, so Sonya went upstairs to get her stuff. She come back down. Sonya was not playing because they were still downstairs. Sonya went upstairs, changed clothes, put some joggers on, put some, I think it was Nike or Adidas. I can't remember, girl. I think she put on the sweatsuit. Girl had her suitcase and was punching it. She said, Marlo, you staying? Because if she want me gone, I know for sure she wants your ass gone. Girl, when Sonya told Marlo, bitch, when Sonya told Marlo, you saying? Because I know she want me gone. I know for sure she want your ass gone. I was over here giggling. Oh, girl, I was over here giggling, girl. Marlo says that Marlo says that Manetta kisses more ass than Kenya eats. Girl, that was funny. Candy and Todd. Candy and Todd are meeting up, and I was about to say something that I noticed. Can I say it, or should I let it go? Did y'all see? I think it was like the parking space, or it was some sign that said KB Tucker. I said, Candy know damn well she don't go by Tucker. Let's look at Candy's Instagram page while we at it, because Candy know damn well. Remember when they got married? Todd wanted Candy. I think Todd wanted Candy to change her last name. Girl, Candy still got Candy Burst on her Instagram page. Candy ain't worried about that last name. All right, so anyway, let's move on. So Todd is doing a movie. The movie sounds cute. Basically, it's called The Pass, and it's about a couple who gives each other a pass. I'm assuming to like sleep with someone else. I think that's cute. I think it's cute. I think it could be a great movie, especially if it's not low budget. If it has a nice, if it's not one of those, girl, they done pull somebody, because Candy gonna cut a corner. She'll go get the local actor. Ain't nothing wrong with the local actor. Everybody got dreams and goals and aspirations. But girl, I just feel like I just hope it's not low budget and they put money into the movie and they find the right talent, pay them right, Candy said that Todd is tired of his schedule being a little bit more flexible than hers. You know what I think is happening? Can we be honest? Can I say something and y'all don't get mad at me? Because I know how y'all get when we start talking about Todd. Girl, y'all act like I'm talking about y'all dad. Girl, y'all act like y'all is Kayla, girl. Girl, I say one thing about Todd. And girl, y'all have a fit. I mean, like, goddamn. Did I say something about your daddy, girl? Damn. I can't say nothing about Todd. You know what I think it is, though, honestly? We crack jokes, but I think that now it's becoming a running joke with a lot of people, including Bravo. Because again, remember last year when they split up the screen and like said what Candy had going on or what Candy owned, and then what Todd owned, and the only thing they had on Todd's side was Todd's New Jersey condo. I do think it's starting to kind of get to Todd a little bit, and then it doesn't make it any better when you have Mama Joyce, right, who's now at BravoCon or was at BravoCon in front of a lot of people. Then you know they aired that on TV, on Bravo, saying what she said. We'll get into that, a little bit later. I'm not gonna stop cracking my jokes. Okay, if Bravo can do it, then I can do it. And plus, girl, me and Todd don't know each other. I don't know Kenny. I ain't never met Kenny. I ain't never met Todd. I think it's bad when Mama Joyce does it, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But I think that it may be starting to get to Todd. And when Candy said that basically Todd is tired of his schedule being a little bit more flexible than hers, basically he don't really have that much going on compared to me. And he's tired of looking like a bum to people. Even though he may not be a bum, he probably doesn't like that people can crack jokes. So he's talking to Todd. She's talking to Todd about Mama Joyce, and I think I agree with Todd. And I think I said this last week or the week before last. Todd said that Todd was asking Candy basically, do you think she plays into the I'm a mean mother-in-law? A part of me believes that Mama Joyce really does not see it for Todd, and I think the only reason why she kind of let her foot up off the gas is when his mama passed away. I think at that point, Mama Joyce kind of eased up a little bit, like, oh shit, like his mama done died. Like, okay, girl, I need to like cut. Oh girl, I need to cut back on the stuff that I say. But now Miss Sharon has been gone for a minute now, and I think she's putting her foot back on the gas. Okay. So a part of me doesn't feel like she'll ever really see it for Todd, but then a part of me does believe that Mama Joyce, people know Mama Joyce. If you watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know who Mama Joyce is. Mama Joyce is all that BravoCon with a microphone in her hand, And I think, she's like, like a little celebrity. And I think that a part of me does believe that Mama Joyce likes the attention, and she does play into the mean mother-in-law. I'm gonna drag Todd every chance I get, because nobody thought it was really. I'm not gonna say nobody thought it was an issue, but now it's like, okay, Mama Joyce girl. Even I can say, girl, Mama Joyce girl, these people been together, married almost 10 years. It's really time to kind of like let it go. Like, girl, like, let it go! Let it go! Girl, I need you to let it go like Elsa, girl. Because at this point, it is like just a tad bit team too much. Now, girl, I'm going to keep running my mouth. Okay? But, girl, Mama Joyce needs to let it go a little bit. But we're gonna get back into that when we talk about them. Candy says that basically she's not going to be as patient or passive as Todd. Candy, shut up. Candy, shut up. Candy, shut up. Yes, you are, and yes, you will be. The truth of the matter is, you, my dear, are part of the reason why Mama Joyce feels so comfortable dragging Todd every chance she get. It don't matter if it's on TV. It don't matter if it's in an auditorium. It don't matter if it's down to the iPod. Girl, Mama Joyce gonna drag Todd. And Mama Joyce gonna drag Todd because you never put your foot down with Mama Joyce. That's my mama, and my mama can whatever she want. That's my mama. I'm gonna stick beside my mama, and my mama can whatever she want. That's Candy. I really do believe. I know some of y'all who live your life by the Bible. That ain't nothing wrong with that. But I really do believe that especially when kids get to a certain age, I believe that it's okay for you to check your mama or check your daddy. Or check your grandma or your grandpapa. It don't matter who it is. As grown people, especially when you have a marriage or a relationship and you have a household and kids and you have your mama disrespecting your spouse, your daddy disrespecting your spouse, somebody gonna have to put a foot down and tell somebody to shut the fuck up. Now, you ain't got to say it that way. And I think that's what Candy thinks when she probably hears people say, girl, you need to check your mama. She thinks of it like, I think she thinks that people are saying, girl, go tell Mama Joyce to shut the... No. We're telling you to go tell Mama Joyce when you sit down to stop disrespecting my husband because you're causing chaos and confusion at my address. Stop it right now. That's how you get your mama together. And if you don't, this will be the consequence. You will not be coming to BravoCon. You will not be coming to the house. You will not be coming to the restaurants when we have events. Because quiet as it's kept, she can have Aunt Nora and what's the other one? And Aunt Bertha come to do a little, swing by, take a couple of pictures with the fans, the supporters of the restaurant. I hate the word fans, but take a picture with the supporters, right? She don't necessarily need Mama Joyce. I mean, she needs Mama Joyce, but what I'm saying is like, she needs to put a foot down in the consequence. Anyways, Marlo is on the phone with her life coach. Well, y'all heard what Marlo said, that she doesn't look up to Kenya. She admires Kenya. I'm telling y'all, we have been saying this, for some of us have been saying this for years. I think Marlo looks at Kenya as, Miss USA 1993. And then she looks at Candy as, bitch, I'm worldwide. And even though all of these ladies are on the same show, there is something about Candy and Kenya that Marlo envies. And Marlo has a lot of stuff going on. Abandonment issues, all that childhood trauma that needs to be unpacked. And she doesn't know how to treat people. And when she gets mad at people, she lashes out like she did with Manetta. Because she almost bashed Manetta's whole skull in the dough. And then turned around less than 24 hours later and tried to give her a hug. I said, what in the fuck? Girl, hold up. Girl, hold up. So you just almost bashed Manetta's whole body between a 200-pound door, girl, and you say, Marlo is a big girl. Marlo is a big girl. How tall is Marlo? Like, what, 5'10"? I don't know. I think Marlo, Kenya, all them girls are tall, right? I don't know. Marlo just looks like she a big girl. And, Marlo turns around the next day and tries to give Manetta a hug. Now, it wasn't that deep. You know what I'm saying? I will say that. It wasn't that deep, but it just goes to show again, here we go with Marlo doing something extreme, like being a grown-ass woman, pushing 50, slamming a door, and then y'all are talking about how heavy the doors are, so that doesn't make the situation any better. So you got this heavy-ass door that you're trying to slam into somebody's face, then you turn around and y'all talk about how heavy the door is, right? While this woman is trying to walk through it, and then you try to give her a hug the next day. Like, girl, what? Girl, you almost broke my whole wrist. Anyways, girl. Kenya calls 911. Girl, it sounded like everybody was sick. Kenya said she had been sick back to back. I think Mama Joyce had just said she had got over something. I think Ace was sick. So, girl, the cooties was definitely going around Atlanta at one point. I think Kenya had the flu, but she seemed to be fine when she was talking to Sheree. She didn't do the halftime performance either. Marlo was on the phone with her life coach, and she was basically saying that she feels as though the devil is trying to pull her back in. I'm not going to too much. That's the thing, right? Because I feel like we spend too much time talking about Marlo. But Marlo, I don't know. Marlo is weird. Marlo is weird because Marlo, all that mess kicked off last night. Correct me if I'm wrong. Really because of you. You went bang on this lady's door. And then when they tell you that Brooklyn's in the room, you say you don't care. She needs to put Brooklyn in another room, right? And then you proceed to act a fool in the hallway. Then you get mad at Manetta because you really want Manetta to low key, I guess, disrespect Kenya. I don't know. And then y'all get downstairs and then you try and slam this heavy door that you and Sheree both said was heavy into Manetta's body. And then the next day you're like, oh, the devil's trying to take a hold of me. Girl, you caused all that chaos and confusion the night before. What are you talking about, Marlo Hampton? Anyways, I thought it was nice that when Kenya was in the hospital, you heard Marlo. I think the first thing Marlo asked about was, where's Brooklyn? How was Brooklyn doing? So I thought that was nice. Um, did y'all hear when Manetta said that she ain't worried about Marlo? I got my cousin and them on speed dial. So I'm good to go. Sheree got Pookie in them, and Manetta said I got Ray Ray. I said, I know that's right. Manetta can dance. It looked like, you know what's so crazy to me? Every time I see someone like a Manetta who appears to be reserved and, you know, just kind of like quiet, you know. And then to see that she could probably buck. I love to see a girl who you think you have like kind of like figured out, like, oh girl, she probably, you know, just a 1-2 step, and then girl Miss Thing got out there, girl, bucking with the best of them. Manetta look like she probably back in her girl 20s, used to probably buck the house down. Okay? Manetta probably in her 30s right now, right? Anyways, I thought it was funny. They basically did like a reference to America's Next Top Model. Those who watch America's Next Top Model know what I'm talking about. When all, you know, when the girls get voted off the island, their photos disappear at the end of the episode. That's pretty much what they did. So Kenya, Sheree goes to see Kenya. I already told y'all that I thought she was absolutely gorgeous. She was playing a joke on Kenya and told Kenya she was expecting. You want to tell you, Kenya? Mama Joyce, girl, here we go. Mama Joyce goes over to Candy's. I thought Mama Joyce's hair was so cute. I said, come on, wig. I thought Candy's ponytail. Candy had a ponytail down to her ankles. I said, I live. So Mama Joyce's hair was cute. Candy's hair was cute. So basically, they started talking about Todd. You want to tell you, Mama Joyce? I love Mama Joyce, but I also have to take into account that Mama Joyce is an older one. Like Mama Joyce is like 70 something, 80. Mama Joyce is old, but Mama Joyce. Girl, let me see how old Mama Joyce is. Mama Joyce looks amazing. All those sisters look amazing. Quiet as it's kept, especially Hold on, let me see. Let's see how old Mama Joyce is. For her age. How old is Mama Joyce? Oh, so Mama Joyce is 72. Mama Joyce is 72. Doesn't Mama Joyce look amazing? I think Aunt Nora. How old is Aunt Nora? I think Aunt Nora is the oldest one. That's another one. You know, we all thought Aunt Nora was quiet. They said Aunt Nora used to beat them bitches' ass back in the day. Not Mama Joyce. I'm talking about the girls. You know, they said Mama Joyce was a fighter. I would say Aunt Nora is 82 and Aunt Bertha is 80. Girl, that's what I'm saying. I want to look like Aunt Nora when I hit 82. I do, because Aunt Nora looks amazing. Anyways, so she's talking to Candy. I mean, yeah, they're talking, and Mama Joy says that Todd needs to lighten up. I think at this point, Kayla is starting to be bothered. That's what I think Todd said. Somebody said it. And then they also said that, you know, what about when Ace sees it? I said, what about when Blaze? like, y'all worried about Ace, but girl, what about Blaze? Because Blaze ain't too far behind Ace. You know what I mean? I'm sure the internet ain't going nowhere no time soon. But anyways, Mama Joyce tried to flip it and say that he needs to lighten up. When she comes over, girl, what Mama Joyce said. When Mama Joyce said, most of the time when she come over, he be in a bed asleep. I said, see, it's stuff like that that plays into the Todd don't have nothing going on because when Mama Joyce says stuff like, "Well, whenever I come over, he always in the back sleep." Well, I said when she said that, I hollered. Um, Candy said, "Well, no, I guess Candy said that no, he just be avoiding you," and she said that's why I don't come. I guess because when I come, but just like Candy said, but you're the negative energy. So when you come, you can't come and say you can't come over and then when someone doesn't want to be around you, you be like, well, that's why I don't want to come. Well, the reason why they don't want to be around you is because the energy that you bring into the house. You see, but Mama Joyce, of course, is still trying to flip it. And then Mama Joyce started talking about age. Can I say something? That's why I said I have to take into account that Mama Joyce is an older woman. And that whole, can we get into some stuff? Can I say some stuff? I'm gonna say some stuff. Mama Joyce starts talking about how Todd should be trying to teach Ace how to take out the trash because a man is supposed to take out the trash. And then Candy tells Mama Joyce, stop talking about, Mama, you always talk about what a man should do. Don't do that to my man. Because the truth of the matter is, excuse me, Candy and Todd do not have a traditional relationship. And I don't think anything is wrong with that. Once upon a time, Todd was all on Instagram talking about daddy daycare, and Candy was girl at work. So it appeared as though, even though Todd had his restaurants, OLG and all that stuff, right, it still appeared as though, and even Candy, that's the thing, like when I say stuff, I think some of y'all just start taking it to heart, but it just be the truth and y'all don't like when I say it. Candy even said this episode that she worded it in a way where it doesn't sound as bad as me just saying, oh, Todd ain't got nothing to do, but Todd is tired of his schedule being a little bit more flexible than mine. Girl, I say something, I just say it the ghetto way. Candy said to put some sugar on the top, But I think that when Mama Joyce, says stuff like, oh, every time I come over, he in the back sleep. When you get to Bravo Con and you say stuff like, I wish she picked somebody with a better job, right? And then you got Bravo last year on TV talking about the only thing that Todd owns is his New Jersey condo. And then when you take into account what the YouTubers say, and then you know what I'm saying? But I was 100% with Candy, like with a girl, stop saying what a man should do, because in this relationship, they don't operate like that, Mama Joyce, and you're going to have to let that go. Candy may try and play the game like, oh, I follow Todd and all that stuff. But girl, the truth of the matter is, when you look at what Candy got going on and Todd got going on, it's clear as day of how that relationship is, moving. I do believe now, that Todd is an asset to the relationship because he brings a lot of ideas to the relationship. I believe that now. And another thing I want to say too is like, Mama Joyce, Todd don't have to take out the fucking trash. Todd and Candy are rich. I'm sure they have a housekeeper. Like, I don't have to take out the trash. Like, it's like saying, it's almost like, it's no different than how I feel about when I hear a man saying, oh, like a rich man. Remember Cam Newton was basically saying something about, a woman not knowing how to cook. And it's like, nigga, you worth millions and millions of dollars. Like, the last thing that somebody should be having to worry about is being in the kitchen and cooking, where you can just hire a chef. Like, I thought the whole purpose of having a whole lot of money is to make your life a whole lot easier. Not to still, be around here like, no, I don't have to get up and take the trash out because I have a housekeeper that takes the trash out. But again, I have to remind myself that Mama Joyce is a 72-year-old woman, so she's still operating in a time that really doesn't exist anymore. Well, for some people it does. Then she says, if you want a man not taking the trash out and going to the strip club. That's why Mama Joyce be disrespectful, because again, Candy has let this go on for too long. It like, to me, in my head, I'm sorry, it's almost like 10 years too late, because this is something that you should have dealt with at the very beginning of your relationship, or the very beginning of your marriage to Todd. Now you want to try to step in and again put your foot down when, like, and this is the thing, Mama Joyce, it is not, I don't care what nobody says. Yes, people are set in their ways. Yes, Mama Joyce is a 72-year-old woman, but Mama Joyce, no. If Mama Joyce goes to BravoCon next year, I'm sure they're going to ask her a messy-ass question. And as fake as it might be, Mama Joyce going to have an answer prepared. What are 3 things that do you like about Todd? I like the fact that he gave me my grandchild Ace. I like the fact that he gave me my grandchild, or he helped give me my grandchild Blaze. And I like the fact that he helps Candy a lot. I don't know. I'm just making up something. Or I like the fact that he's not disrespectful, because Todd could have cussed out Mama Joyce a long ass time ago, quiet as it's kept. So I'm just saying, I just think that Mama Joyce is going to have to get to a point where she has, even if it's fake, even if it's generic, she has 3 generic answers prepared. She has an answer prepared. So when they do ask her about Todd in interviews or at BravoCon, she already has something made up to say. Nobody ain't going to believe it, because we know that Mama Joyce don't really see it for Todd like that. But if you really cared about your daughter, and because the last thing anybody, I ain't in a relationship, but the last thing I would assume that anybody wants to do is to be in a marriage or a relationship with somebody, and girl, every time I look up, girl, my mama and my husband going back and forth, or my daddy and my husband going back and forth, like, God damn. You know? And I just think that Mama Joyce needs to do a better job of watching her tongue. That's it. And if not, Candy needs to put out a consequence. Girl, when Candy said, Candy said something to Mama Joyce like, what does your man like to do? And Mama Joyce was basically like, I ain't got no man. And Candy was like, exactly. Girl, low key, I'm not gonna lie. Girl, as much as I hate when people throw a man in somebody's face, I was hoping that, Candy, that's what you, girl, Mama Joyce, you ain't even, Mama Joyce, you sitting here telling me what a man's supposed to take out the trash. You take out yours. You take out your trash, right? Well, if I had a man in the house, he would take it, but you don't. You tie that trash in a knot, and you sit it outside your door. Okay? And my housekeeper, they tie the trash in a knot, and they sit it outside the door. Okay? Anyways, Kenya, Sheree, and Drew meet up. Drew lying already. What? Drew should have been a friend of a housewife. It's 5 episodes, and Drew barely been on the show. At this point, I do believe the only thing that saved Drew's peach was the fact that she getting a divorce from Ralph. I've seen Courtney more than I've seen Drew. I've seen Manietta more than I've seen Drew. Why is Drew still a housewife? Drew is basically talking. We'll get more into this next week, because next week, girl, this is going to be a little bit explosive, because Red Hair Candy is back. Yes, ma'am. But Drew is basically telling them what happened about Marlo. Of course, we all know Marlo was lying. You know, like I said, girl, the word aggressive, everybody's using a word now, but it is what it is. If you're aggressive, you're aggressive. That's where I'm at with it too, child. Marlo was definitely aggressive. I don't know why she's trying to act like she wasn't, because she was. Even security had to step in, I think, because they thought that she was probably about to cut Drew. I don't know, child. But Drew says that Marlo was upset at her because she didn't say the word, and then Sheree said shooting. Drew said, we don't say that where I'm from. Can I say something? And this is no tea, no shade. Drew is from Chicago. Now, I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to act like Chicago, girl, is, bombs over Baghdad. Girl, bombs, girl, World War II. That's not what I'm trying to act like. I'm not trying to act like, girl, you can't go to Chicago. So if you do, girl, you ain't coming back home. But girl, it's too much. At one point, every time I looked at the news, it was something going on in Chicago. And it was sometimes, shout out to the people who live on the south side of Chicago. So I'm just kind of baffled that Drew's talking about I just can't say the word. No, Drew, what it was is the producer had already told y'all somebody needs to bring it up, and you were like, I'll just bite the bullet and bring it up, but you didn't really want to say what it was, so you kind of tiptoed around the issue instead of just saying, hey girl, I heard it was a shooting at your restaurant. What's going on with that? You were just like, so what's going on with the incident that happened, the incident that happened down at Blaze? And so it messed up Marlo. Because Marlo wanted you to say the word. And so you didn't say the word. Marlo couldn't then jump in and go after Candy the way that she wanted to. Anyways, girl, that was pretty much it. This review was way longer than what it needed to be. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.